let's get started. Okay, first of all I'm just going to pin my hair out of the way because I hate that. I was going to do my everyday makeup, but I want to try my new e.l.f. matte putty primer, so I'm going to try that first. See how this goes. Oh. Okay, feels nice. Oh, I dyed my hair, by the way. My next door neighbour asked me what my favourite hair colour was that I've done, and red is my favourite, so I've done my hair more red, but because of the colour that was underneath, it's not as red as I would hope, but I still like it a lot. God, why do makeup wipes never come out of the packet when you want them to, when you're on the last couple? I quite like the feel of that primer, that feels quite nice. So we shall see how it holds up throughout the day. I'm also going to go over with the Essence Mattifying Pore Minimising Primer as well. Yeah, so I'm just going to do my sort of go-to everyday makeup that I wear usually when I'm not going to work. This is always the makeup look that I do just when I want to just chuck some makeup on. I always end up doing the same. That'll do. Which was my Sunday dinner. It was banging. And then we had banoffee cheesecake for pudding. Oh, it was so good. So good. Okay. Typical foundation, Rimmel London Lasting Matte Foundation. Oh, Jesus. Blob. Oh shit, that was a bit much. It wouldn't come out of the tube and then I squeezed it too hard and now loads has come out. Oh no. Oh well, just put a bit more on my cheeks and go with it. I'll do. Put myself a new beauty blender. Thank God. I don't know why I'm trying to look in the mirror behind you because all I can see is a phone. I've got a mirror down here though. How's everyone been? How's lockdown going if you're in the UK? I'm still working, so I'm okay in that sense. It's currently really snowy outside, so me and my mum are going to take the dogs out for a walk in a bit. Well, the second walk, she's already took them out once. But I'm going to go out in the snow because it's really thick and it hasn't stopped since 9 o'clock this morning and everyone else has been out, so I'm going to go out. But I said to her, because she's tired, you go have a nap and then we'll go out afterwards. It gives me an excuse to do makeup for cute snowy selfies. Typical. I'm not exactly trying to do quick makeup, but I'm just sort of going the speed that I do when I do my makeup, usually for work in the morning. Still got some, I've literally just dyed my hair a couple hours ago, so I've still got some bits of red around my forehead, around my hairline, but that doesn't matter. Everyone else love that noise. Oh. Just me? Okay. Thought that. Okay. Then, as usual, cream contour. Same palette as normal. Oh my lord. Let me brushes are alive, guys. Not gonna lie. Bloop. Bloop. I hate doing makeup in silence. It's so weird to me. Oh, I'll concentrate now. Someone knows. No one talk. Under my lip. That'll do. I would blend this out with the beauty blender, but it's quicker when I do it with the brush. So what's everyone doing today? You had any nice plans over the weekend? Done anything nice? Can't exactly go anywhere, but oh well. We try and still entertain ourselves as much as we can in lockdown. Me and my mum had a cocktail night last night. She was a little bit drunk. They were very nice cocktails though. And then we had some trifle shots, which were intense. They were lovely, but intense. That'll do nicely. And then I don't know, I always like to open my powder before I put my concealer on, just so I can have, there's less chance of it setting on me. So I'm gonna do that. I think it's because I've got oily skin and my makeup creases in it quite easily. So I think I'm panicking that I'm gonna, if I don't set it quick enough, it's gonna be creasing. I've been creasing this afternoon. My friends have gone out in the snow and they've sent me lots of videos, and my god, I've never seen anything funnier in my life than 20-year-olds trying to go down a sledge on a hill. Oh, it's very funny. I'll more than likely be watching this. So yes, I'm talking about you guys. Does anyone else's parents do that? They shout you, and then you answer them straight away and they just say nothing and walk off. Like, hello? Are you there? Annoying. I just want my concealer on. We always usually use a lighter shade of concealer that I couldn't find. Just because I'm so bloody pale. Turn the beauty blender around and just use a tip of this. Done it again. Go away. I'm busy. Please. Sorry, I'm not talking much. What do I want to talk about? That's going to be the hardest thing about doing these little get ready with me is what the hell do you talk about? Because I can't exactly have a full on conversation with you guys because you can't answer me. What does everyone want to do when they first come out of lockdown? Or what's the first thing? Yeah, what's the first thing you want to do when you get out of lockdown? First thing I want to do, I want to hug my friends and my family. My nan and granddad, I want to actually give them a hug. And then go and hug my friends. And see them all for longer than 2 minutes outside their front door. That'd be nice. Go hug my neighbours. I'm pushing my contact out in my eye. Oh. Okay. Again, white face is going to come back, so don't judge, but when you've got oily skin, these are the lengths you got to go to make sure your makeup is set. Make sure I set my neck. And then whilst to pop these away, I'll let that sit for a minute. Cool. What's that? Oh, the mole on my face, for God's sake. Okay, and if I ever have a little bit of powder in that sitting on my hairline, I'll just wipe around it with a makeup wipe. Because I don't like to look like I've got grey hair when I haven't. Also going to wipe off my lips and just put on some lip balm. This is a classic Carmex. It's weird, this one is. It's really moisturising, but it kind of tingles your lips when you first put it on. So it kind of has like the tingles that you get from a mild lip plumper, but it doesn't actually plump your lips. If that makes sense. It's nice though. I got mine from Home Bargains. Okay. I'm gonna have to definitely keep lip balm on today if I'm going outside in the snow. Okay. And then before I put the rest of my base on, I'm gonna try the new Elf's Matte Magic Mist and setting spray. I don't know, when I have a setting spray on hand, I just like to do this, just make sure. Just like to do a spray with my base. It was very wet. It wasn't a very fine mist at all. It was very... Does that make sense? In your face. Okay. test out my new bronzer today as well. So, Nip and Fab Contour again, darkest colour. There we go. So what does, considering we're doing everyday makeup, what are some of your guys' staple makeup products for everyday? Go to, what's something that you usually reach for every day? My usual, what happened to my voice then? I usually reach for a Morphe palette, which I'm going to be using once I finish my base. It's usually my Morphe palette for my eyes. It's usually a typical one that I reach for when I'm doing any eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to use the Body Collection bronzer in dark grey. Maybe that is the wrong colour for my skin. We should see. Because it's a big bronzer, I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. I'm not going to do too much. See if I get. Did that even do anything? Does it look like it's doing anything to anyone else? I can't tell. I don't want to put too much on in case it is doing something and I look like an absolute weirdo. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay. Okay, so it hasn't given me a whole load of colour, but we'll go with it. What the hell? I just feel like this side's not taking anything and this side is. Does anyone get that? I certainly do. Like when you see it feels like when you do your makeup, one side picks up pigment off things more than the other side. Like to me, this side always takes more pigment than this side. Like my nose, this contour always looks more there than this side. Do you know what I'm saying? If you get what I mean. I do. I know where I'm going. Okay, I'm going to use this blush. It's Avon in the shade Fard. Fard. God, you say that wrong, won't you? But it looks like this. It's quite nice. I'm just going to use a little angled brush. I use some blusher. And I'll blend that back into my contour as well. It always looks so much more pink in person than it does on camera. And then I'm gonna go up to my nose. I usually follow it up like this. Not using a whole load of blush, but using a little bit, going up into my nose contour like that, and then over my nose, And then it gives that sort of bridge of blush there, if you get what I mean. I don't know why, but I like it. I don't know why I like doing it so much. I'm going to use Revolution Pro highlighter. Usually use the middle one, the gold one, because one of them's purpley blue colour and the other one's pink. The pink one's not so bad, but I don't know. The blue one just gives me a weird colour. And top some of my cheeks with that one. And I'm using just a little, not quite a highlighter brush, I think it's more like a flat, chunky eyeshadow brush. To me, it works well for highlighter, but I'm just going to spray the highlighter a little bit, just because this one beams a bit more when your brush is a bit wet. It's a bit like eyeshadow sometimes when you put a shimmer eyeshadow on. Sometimes they show up more if they're wet. Okay, and then just on those very high points, my nose, just the very tip, and I also like to go a bit on the bridge there, upper lip, and a little tiny bit on my chin. And then I also just take it just above the eyebrows, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera again, but for this I use the Collection brow kit in brunette, and again, very well loved. I usually use this one on the very tails, and then for the inner part I usually use this one, sometimes this one, and blend them together. So I will come back when I've done my eyebrows. Okay, so I did my brows and I just spritzed my face with another Go setting spray, and I'm just using a powder brush, well, a big fluffy brush, just to sort of press that setting spray in. I don't know, I feel like my makeup's more secure when I do this. I like the setting spray is actually sinking in. Okay. That'll do nicely. Okay, so for eyes, my go-to palette that I always reach for is this Morphe palette. It's the 35M palette, which looks, no it's not. Okay, so I've given myself another spritz with the e.l.f. setting spray and used a big fluffy brush just to pat it into my skin so it sinks in. So the go-to eyeshadow palette that I reach for is the 3502 palette. It's very warm toned, rusty colours. And the colours that I most reach for, this one for a transition shade. This is really hard to show you. Transition shade, I usually mix these two for a crease colour. I usually mix these two for my outer colour and to deepen the crease. And then I usually reach for this black to put on the very outer corner. And then I usually reach for this champagne colour for my lid, or sometimes I'll use a different palette for a shimmer. So those are the colours I'll be using today, because that's the colours that I usually do every day. So let's go. Okay. God, it's hard to see what brushes I'm peeking out with the bloody ring light on. Ooh. Where's my brushes gone? I have very specific brushes for these. I should use a flat fluffy brush for my transition colour. Don't ask me what shades these are called, because I have no idea. transition colour is the third one in from the left on the top row. If that helps anybody, if you want to recreate this, but it's very basic. But I like these colours purely because my eyes are green, so using bronzy colours and rusty colours bring out the green in my eyes a bit more. Well, I personally think so anyway. But I usually reach for these because it's quick and easy to do. So when I'm doing my makeup in the morning, I ain't gonna worry too much about how my eyeshadow's gonna look because I know it works well. All the colours blend well together. I also really like this palette as well. It looks like it's got a lot of the same sort of shades in, which it has. A lot of them are very similar, but they're really nice. Morphe never lets me down. It's always really good quality to me anyway. Oh, I've already got my favourite brush out. And then the brush I always use for these colours, it's never mind the writing's worn off. It was a brush from Crown Brush UK. Can't remember what brush it is, but it's slightly, ignore the dirtiness, it's always the same colour that's been used. It's always this brush. It's slightly tapered, but it's also fluffy. It's really nice. It works really nice for your crease. So I'm mixing those two colours for my crease, and I start on the outer corner and just start working my way in, window wiper motions and circular motions when I want to blend it up. So, question for everybody: what meat do you prefer to have in your Sunday roast? What's your favourite? Mine's chicken or turkey. If I go to a carvery, I usually have turkey. Blend it quite far in there as well. Also, does anyone else put mint sauce on their Sunday roast, even if they're not having lamb? Because I started doing it ages ago and I got my parents into it and they decided that they liked mint sauce on chicken. If you haven't tried it, try it because it's really nice. Chicken goes really nice with mint sauce. Well, everything does, and beef, pork, not just lamb. You can't limit yourself to mint sauce. You can't limit it with it. It goes with everything because mint sauce is just the best. And if you don't like mint sauce, you have a problem. I'm joking. Okay, so now using a smaller, fluffier brush, I'm going to pick up those two brown shades, mixing them together, and I'm going to start packing it on the outer corner, sort of just pushing it in, and then start blending, and I'll also run that through my crease as well, just to deepen it a bit more. God, I look crazy right now. Looks intense, but it's really not. I'm just gonna just so I can see what I'm doing more, because it's harder to do this on camera, or at least watch what I'm doing on camera. So I'm not adding any more product. I'm just gonna keep blending away until I'm happy. I'm going to blend it out a bit more, I think. And then once I've blended the majority out, I take those bronzy shades that I put in my crease before, and I just take that along the edge, blending up towards my brow bone. Yep. Happy with it. And then repeat on the eye. I really want to try, probably very, very late to the trend, but you know when people follow somebody's tutorial without watching it? I want to do that and see how I get on. So I think that'd be quite fun. If I had the lights for it, I'd do the, what's it called? Is it black light challenge? No, it's not black light one, or it's the red light one. Like you turn all the lights in the room red so you can't actually see what colours you're picking up. I'd have to do it with a palette that I don't use very often, because like the palette that I'm using right now, I know where all the colours are, or the ones that I mostly reach for anyway, because I use it pretty much every day for work and stuff. It's usually it is my go-to palette, especially if I want to do something warm or bronzy or a smoky eye. It's a good palette for a smoky eye. Because sometimes if I'm doing this same eyeshadow look, I don't always put shimmer on my eyelids. Sometimes I'll do a smoky eye, and then if I do go for a smoky eye, I usually take this brown shade and put it all over my lid and then darken it with the black. Okay, that looks even to me-ish. Even-ish. This side, again, this side's got more pigment than this. I don't understand it. Does anyone else get that, or is it just me? Just me. I'm just gonna deepen that just a little bit more. Not too much, but a little bit. Just so it matches up the other eye. Okay. Happy with that. Sorted. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. Now I'm going to take this is my black brush. I never use any other colour with this brush apart from black. Purely because if I tried to clean this, there would more likely be black still left on it after I've cleaned it for God knows how long, so I don't even bother. Well, I clean a little bit every now and again, but not a whole lot because it's always been used for black. But it's just a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to dip it into that black and knock off the excess. And I'm going to put that on my outer corner, making sure I'm really stamping it in my eye. Stabbing it in my eye, should I say. Okay. And I don't know why, but whenever I do black, I do it like concealer. I put them on both eyes and then blend them out. I don't know why. I think in my mind, I'm probably sitting there thinking, oh, if I let it settle, oh my god. If I let it sit and settle, I won't have as much fallout when I blend it out. I always do that. Still have the same. Before I start blending it out, I'm just going to wipe away any fallout that I've got, and then take in, this is one of the Crown brush ones as well, same brand that does this one, but this one is the C441 Pro Blending Crease Brush. I like it. It's very nice for blending out. I usually use this one for blending out black shadows. I either blend them out with a brown or purples. So I'm just lightly using the very tips of the brush and just blending that in, but also blending it out. You get what I mean? So I usually go on like an angle almost as if you're trying to wing it out, but without winging it out. Do you know what? I keep forgetting to look actually at the camera. I keep looking at the screen, which then makes me look weird because I'm not actually looking at the camera. Apologise for that. Oh. Okay. And usually if I blend it out right, I won't need to blend it out with a brown if I'm careful enough. And for this I just use little circular motions to blend it out. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I just bring it in through the crease a little bit. They look pretty even to me, I think. I'm just going to take again a bit of those bronzy colours and just go over the edges. Just make sure everything blends together nicely. And then we do a fallout check. Get rid. And then I'm not going to add any more black. I'm just going to use whatever's left on the brush and just go a little bit on the outer corner on the bottom lash line. Okay, using that same blending brush again, no extra product. Oh, I just stabbed myself in the eye. And then I just start blending it in. That's the good thing that I like about these Morphe palettes. The blacks in them usually seem to go a long way. I've had this palette for a while now and I've only just started to hit pan on the black. And I use that black almost every day. It's one of my favourite blacks to reach for because it's very buildable. You do get fallout with it, but what I've never really came across a black eyeshadow that you don't get fallout with. Okay, using the lighter brown for the shade, the warmer brown, I'm just going to start blending into inner corner with it, blending into that black and underneath the black. Really making the bottom lash line quite smoky. So again, so starting in the inner corner, blending into the black. Wrong shadow. Did the wrong one. And then going underneath where I've placed that black. Can you see how much greener my eyes look though? And then using those same two bronze colours, we then go all over the bottom lash line, really add some extra colour around it, as if you're highlighting the whole, doing like a little highlighted bubble around the whole thing. And a lot of the time when I'm doing my bottom lash line, I'll blend it down quite low. And I'm not usually very careful when I'm doing this. I let the brush do the work for me a lot of the time with this. Okay. So that's pretty much the base of what everything I've put down. I'm just going to put my brushes away, and then I'm just going to use, with a flat brush, if I'm ever doing different colours or different, if there's a colour already on it, I just take a makeup wipe and clean it. I'm just gonna go under my eye, make sure I haven't got any shadows there, and then that champagne colour that I showed you before, I'm just going to take a spritz of setting spray, dip into that shimmer, and then we're going to go on the lid like this, without concealer, sort of making like a half cut crease. Like that, and then when I've got a harsh line like that, I'm just going to take my finger and just start blending those two together. There we go. And then usually when I've put the colour down, I know where it is, I'll do a second layer just to make sure it's a bit more shimmery. There we go. And then just going to repeat that on this other eye. Oddly enough, this eye, my left eye, takes to the shape of doing a cut crease easier. I don't know why. Does anyone else find that though? Like, I know I've said this multiple times today, but oh my god, brain fart. What was I trying to say? Oh my god. What? Oh, I'm not okay. Yeah, does anyone else find that their eyes seem to take to different shapes? Like, this eye takes to a cut crease better, but this eye takes to a wing better. Can you see? Do you see what I mean? I do. I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's usually the situation with me. I usually know what I'm talking about, but people don't really understand what I'm trying to say. I call it Louise language. I do it at work. I have to get, if someone's trying to explain something to me and I don't understand it, they usually have to tell me in Louise language so I'll get what they mean. Okay, that'll do nicely. And then there's not really a light enough shade in that palette for an inner corner highlight. So for this one I'm going to reach for the Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous Morphe palette, and I'm going to use the white shade there, which is called VIP. A well loved shade. It's a lovely colour. I'll spritz it again, and I'm gonna go right in there. Look at that, beautiful. Lovely. Okay, so, and then lastly is lashes. To pull everything together, I'm going to use some of my new Lilabelle's lashes. or sorry. Do you know what? I'm going to take them all out of the box so they don't make much noise, and then I'm going to come back. Okay. I'm going to use the lashes in the style Blaze. They look beautiful. As usual. Oh, look at them. Oh, ain't they beautiful? I need to find my little scissors to trim them. Got them. Okay, so use tweezers to get them off the tray. They feel lovely and thick. Yes. So I'm just gonna. There's a bit of star confetti stuck to one. I'm just gonna measure these up to my eye. Oh, look at them. Ooh, I'm so excited. Just gonna trim them down however much I need to. Just double check it's the same with this eye. Usually is pretty good. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue them using the Chibo Quick Set Lash Glue. So I'll do that, and then okay, whilst that is drying, I'm gonna curl my lashes and pop some mascara on. For mascara, I'm going to use a New Body Collection one that I got the other day. It's a lengthening mascara in black. I have really pin straight lashes, so if I put mascara on my natural lashes, it'll basically look like I've got nothing on, or they end up usually pointing downwards. So I'll curl each eye a couple times whilst my glue is drying. I'm just going to fan them a little bit. There we go. They look okay now. Okay. And then let's try out this mascara, see how we get on. I've got my best move in my hair. This hair, that one piece. Oh god, I got hiccups. Oh, that's nice. That looks nice. That's really nice, you know. Oh, I like this mascara. Look at that. Go buy it. Wilko's. You need to get it. Wow. That's when my lashes actually look longer than they actually are. Obviously it's a lengthening mascara, so that is what it's supposed to do. But with my eyelashes, it's very rare that I find a mascara that actually does what it's supposed to on the box. Oh, I'm impressed with this. Wow. I like that. Considering it was only cheap, I'm impressed. And it's from Wilko's. So if you need a new mascara, this is your chap. This is your dude. Don't know why mascaras are doing. Oh well. Okay. Lash time. And if there's ever still quite a lot of glue, I usually just take my finger and just try and wipe off any excess. I'm going to look down. Well, I'm going to go in from the top. Stick it down. I probably could have done trimming that down a bit more actually, but oh well. Too late now, ain't it? Ain't it, mate? Oh, look at them. Beautiful. There's a hair here somewhere, it's going to be stuck. God, I can't do this with a shadow like that. These are phenomenal. My God. Yes. Blown away. My God. These are definitely going to be some lashes that I will be keeping in the box, because I'm a bugger for that. When I take my lashes off, I'll just chuck them anywhere. Just make sure this one is stuck down. I'm not going to bother putting anything on my lips though, because more often than not, when I go to work, it's very rare that I will put lipstick on. Only for the fact that I'm at work. I'm just going to add a little bit more lip balm. And that's that. This is everyday makeup that I do. There you go. Sorted. Don't do a whole lot, but this is just what works for me. It's usually easily done. I can usually do it in 20 minutes sometimes. Depends what mood I'm in. If I'm tired, then I can't. To finish, I'm going to do the Stay All Night e.l.f. setting spray. Again, this is a new one, but it's got a lighter mist. It smells like a bloke's aftershave. Sorted. I think I'll drop foundation down my top, to be honest. I'll drop something down the top anyway. So this piece of bloody hair, honest to God, it's doing my nut in. So thank you for watching. Thanks for coming back for another video. Again, if there's anything that you'd like to see, comment it down below. And that's me done for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.